everyone was calling him a little bitch for ducking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, what? Now he has a hospital pictures. He's still a little bitch. But then Danny Dubois gets sick. Is there something in the water?
I don't know.
Maybe food poisoning.
Maybe they got.
I think it's food poisoning. I think they might have gotten food poisoning.
This is Cruise Boxing Scorecard.
Welcome to the 16th episode of Cruise Boxing Scorecard. It's your boy Cruz, a.k.a. Crucito El Vago.
And it's your boy Henry. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button at the bottom.
You guys are wondering where we are. Well, guess what? We are at the Dennison Building in Bushwick, baby. And we just hosted a watch party partnered with Urban Playground, their amenity manager. Now, what a crazy card, right, Henry?
Good fights. Great fights.
Oh, my God. Just surprisingly, great fights. Let's start off right with the main event.
Right.
Beterbiev, Bivol. Bivol wins and avenges his loss.
Yes.
What?
Big W.
Big dub. All
Big
right,
dub.
so the judges had it. One judge had it a tie for 6 rounds to 6. Another judge had it 7 rounds to 5, and the third had it 8 rounds to 4. Right?
In favor of Bivol.
In favor of Bivol.
Yep.
I had the fight 115, 113, 7 rounds to 2-5 for Bivol as well. I really thought Beterbiev was going to win the championship rounds, as he usually does. He usually sticks it into second gear and goes ahead and starts winning the later rounds, but Bivol's the one who actually stepped it up.
Yep. Big time.
Big time. Now he's undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. He's never had that title. There's got to be a third fight, Henry.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's the next fight that's going to happen for sure. They already know it. Maybe it's going to be, under a giant scorecard in September when Canelo and Crawford fight.
Who knows?
Yep.
With Riyadh season, with these crazy fights that the excellence he has scheduled, we might see a Canelo and we might see this fight happening. We might see 2 undisputed fights in one card.
Which has never happened.
Crazy.
Facts.
That'd be crazy. So now what sucks is we do have a couple of losers tonight, right, for this fight. The first one is Beterbiev, right? His age started to show. He still hits like an animal, you know what I mean? But he just couldn't land as much as in the later rounds. The second loser for tonight was definitely David Benavidez. Now he has to wait a lot longer to fight for any title in the light heavyweight division. Right, Henry?
Facts.
Let's go on to the next fight.
All right. I was excited to watch a lot Madrimov and Vergil Ortiz Jr. I honestly, they gave the fight to Vergil Ortiz by unanimous decision. I had it closer. I thought Madrimov won by 1 round.
You had Madrimov
by 1 round.
It was a close
It was close.
fight, people.
Not what these judges had him winning by like 2 to 5 rounds.
No, 2 judges had it 115, 113.
Right, which is 2 rounds.
Yeah, it was 7 rounds to 5. So
yeah, and then
yeah,
117, 111, which is that judge got Vergil Ortiz winning by 6 rounds.
I don't know what Kevin Parker was smoking tonight, people, but 117, 111 on this fight was super close.
Yeah.
I could have seen it gone either way, 115, 113. It was super entertaining. I had the fight for Vergil Ortiz, 115, 113 for Ortiz. And I didn't want Vergil Ortiz to win. I had Madrimov in my books, and I don't know, Madrimov just didn't have it tonight.
Yep. Like I said last episode, that's what I thought was going to happen.
I mean, it was close. You cannot say that Madrimov is not a contender. He goes toe-to-toe with all these great fighters, and he's this close. He's this close. And 2 of the judges had it right. 7 rounds to 5.
Right.
That's what I had. And Vergil Ortiz just edged the win.
I wanted Vergil. I thought Vergil Ortiz lost. And I wanted him to win from the first time. So, you know what I mean? So
Wait.
What?
We
What's
got to
going
talk
on?
about who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next for Vergil Ortiz Jr.?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Man.
He's interim champ. He ain't got a belt, so he needs to go get a belt now. He has to fight Murder's Leave. He needs to fight Fundora. You know he probably ain't gonna fight our boy Bud.
No.
Because Bud is training for Canelo in September. Yep. He's already weighing 180 plus. He ain't gonna go back down to 154.
No way. Honestly, maybe I think Fundora to get the belt.
That's the easy win.
Yeah. Fundora's really tall, so it's gonna throw him off big time.
Yeah.
Unless he wins by body shots. I think how tall is that guy? He's like gotta be like 6'4", 6'5", something in that.
Yeah, he's like 6.
Very tall.
4, 6'3", crazy.
I think it would be a good fight.
Yeah, I agree with you, Henry.
Because I think Vergil Ortiz is a good inside fighter, and it kind of got shown to him like this fight because Madrimov was a lot playing on the outside, and you could tell that Madrimov was just like moving side to side, digging in and moving around a lot, and then Vergil was just like moving forward. And if that tall, lanky kid can do what he did, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm thinking that Fundora would lose against.
I agree.
Vergil Ortiz.
I agree. Madrimov had really great footwork tonight. He was making angles, but he just his power wasn't there. Wasn't there at all. On to the next fight, Henry. Joseph Parker versus Martin Bakole. Martin Bakole ends up taking this fight a couple days ago because Danny Dubois had to step out due to illness, quote unquote. And the winner, Joseph Parker, in the second round by KO. There was a delay in Bakole getting punched, like he was downloading the knockout.
Where I've seen that before is where Mike Tyson fought somebody in the past, and I've seen it in a lot of Mike Tyson's fights where people just get hit and they're like, oh, and then they swing and then they fall. And I've seen it in the heavyweights, but not for a long time. So that kind of just threw me off because I thought Martin Bakole was going to knock Parker out. And then that just came out of nowhere.
Bakole was getting a couple shots in the first round. I don't think that Bakole would have won this fight if it did go to distance. Joseph Parker was putting in work on him, and Bakole just looked like a fat dad just throwing his hands around. He didn't have no footwork. He didn't have no plan in the ring. You know what I mean? He had no plan at all.
Not only that, he weighed 300 plus.
310, I think.
300 plus, so he was a big dude.
That's two Vergil Ortiz's, bro.
2 12-packs, and he was grilling cheeseburgers, you know? Especially with his trunks, he's grilling cheeseburgers in his boxes, you know? Like,
so now what?
Took a nap.
Now what? We got to find out what's going on with Danny Dubois because he was supposed to put his heavyweight title on the line tonight.
Yep.
And now that he stepped away, did he vacate the title and the winner of this fight won?
No.
I didn't even check it out. I think Joseph Parker's gonna have to do a rematch with Danny Dubois because the winner of those two need to fight Usyk. He wants the 4th belt.
Right.
He wants the 4th belt, and when he gets it, then he'll retire.
I strongly believe that one fight I'd like to watch is Ajit Caballero fight Joseph Parker, which is another winner by knockout in tonight's event card.
Talk about it, Henry.
So Zhang got knocked out, and he got banged. No diddy. All right? So he got knocked out. They stopped the fight. I believe it was on the 6th round. Ajit Caballero remains undefeated. So not only is he a heavyweight fighter, he's undefeated. And everyone's got L's. Besides, I feel like that's of like an essence right now, or like top 10 in the heavyweight fighters in that weight division. Him and Usyk are like one of the only guys that are undefeated right now because everyone's got losses, bro. So I could see Ajit fight with Joseph Parker, or they just Joseph Parker and Dubois end up fighting, and Ajit fights whoever wins that, or who knows? Ajit can end up fighting Usyk. You never know because
you never know.
Two undefeated fighters.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Tonight's fight with Zhang and Caballero, I felt like Zhang was not prepared. He didn't have any stamina. Caballero's body punches paid dividends tonight. It shocked his body, brought him down, and put him down. Don't get me wrong, Caballero did go down one time in the ring.
Yep.
And he got back up. I thought he wasn't going to get back up.
Round 5.
But, it's just, it goes to show you need to be in shape. You need to run. You need to be able to run around the ring and not have flat feet and just expect your power to win. And it shows all the time.
I'd like to see Zhang fight Bakole. That'd be fun.
Yeah, two robots fighting.
Barbecue chef and Asian chef,
I think Zhang is he's got 2 losses, I think.
Yeah, but he lost to Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why not get the 2 guys that lost to Joseph Parker most recently to fight each other?
That's true.
That'd be a good fight.
Let's
That could be
this match. Let's redo this whole card.
Yeah, let's.
This is a redo the whole card, except for the Shakur Stevenson fight.
Right.
And we're gonna replace Bakole with Caballero and
who knows, but
I know. What do you think about that Shakur Stevenson fight, Henry?
Light work for Shakur.
Easy. It was a glorified sparring match.
Padley's got heart though.
Oh yeah.
He's got tons of heart.
His family was rooting for him tonight.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna be a fun time for Stevenson because Padley got him really good in the first round, and he gave him that smirk you got me, but not anymore. So he put in the work, and then I think it was the 7th round. We all saw him Stevenson look at the screen and be like, smile.
Yeah.
And then went back to fighting. Oh my God, that I haven't seen anybody really do something like that from Mayweather almost. When Canelo hit the ropes, and then he went all right, you missed me, bro.
And it was kind of like one of these easy fights that Mayweather had too, because he was talking to the announcers. He was talking ringside to people while he's fighting Padley, and Padley's over there giving everything he got. He left his heart in the ring. There's 2 winners in that fight. One won the fight, and the other won people's hearts, man.
Yeah.
This guy, Padley, I give it up to him. I give him a round of applause. Keep it up, Padley. I know you took this fight last minute 1 week ago, but keep training and keep fighting, man. Keep fighting. On to the next upcoming fight.
All right, so next upcoming fight is March 1st at Barclays Center. It's got pretty stacked fights that they got over there. So main events, Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. As we all know, we don't need to talk about Davis. We know he's one of the best in his weight division, which is the light heavyweight, which he's defending the WBA title. Lamont Roach has got 25 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 10 KOs. But he's been really good on his last 6 fights, which he's all won. So that's really good. So now we have Jose Valenzuela versus Gary Russell versus super lightweight. We all know Valenzuela. He's the dude that beat Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Rayo, baby.
And he's basically got this next fight against Gary Russell, which he is 17 wins, 1 loss, but has a 100% knockout ratio. Okay, so he was fighting for the vacant WBC title on his last fight, which is he got the last loss.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a big fight for Valenzuela. I could see Russell taking this fight by knockout.
This is, I think, one of the biggest fights Gary's going to have, too. Because Russell is coming off a split decision loss with another fighter who's going to be on this card.
Yep.
And he's on another card, right?
Which is Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin. So Sandor Martin, he's a guy from Spain. He's got 42 wins with 3 losses. But his last 2 fights were won by KO. And his most recent loss was from Teofimo in a split decision.
Teofimo put him down.
So Puello is 23-0 and coming off that big win off of Gary Russell, which took his O, which earned him that WBC title.
Yeah.
So that's a big fight for Puello against, Sandor Martin, but he does have 3 losses.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight, man. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be interesting because Martin, do you know he beat Mikey Garcia?
Yeah,
he beat Mikey
but it
Garcia.
was a while back.
It was in 2021. Right? It was in 2021. This dude got hands, people. This dude got hands, and Puello also has hands too. He's coming off of a win, of a split decision win, but he's undefeated fighter. So that's gonna be a great fight to watch.
So the next fight is Giannis Tellez and Julian Williams. So Julian Williams, he's got 29 wins with 4 losses and 1 draw. But I would say his most notable defeat is fighting Jarrett Hurd and beating him by unanimous decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then we've got Giannis, where he's got 9 wins, 0 losses with 7 KOs. And his last win was against Johan Gonzalez. Right? Now, which is funny, those 2 guys that lost against these 2 fighters are fighting on the undercard against each other right before their fight. So I think it's pretty strategic move on having that happen. It's pretty cool.
I think Tellez is a rising star, people. This guy's 9-0. He's got 7 knockouts. In the 2 fights that he didn't knock people out in, he won in great fashion. He won every single round in at least one judge's scorecard. That's a blowout win. So we have Julian Williams, who's, also a veteran. He fought Jermall Charlo. Mm-hmm. He lost to Jermall Charlo. And you know who also stopped him? He fought tonight. Carlos Adames. Carlos Adames put him down. Though actually didn't put him down. The ref stopped the fight. Right. He got losses, but this is going to be an interesting fight.
I think it's more of like, okay, if Giannis beats this level fighter, he's going to be put on the top 10 of that weight division.
Yeah.
So he's going to be put in a different category. And then what else we have?
We have Jarrett Hurd versus Johan Gonzalez.
Right. So Jarrett Hurd has got 25 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. His knockout ratio, though, is 68%. So, and he's just coming off the split decision draw. So, like, I'm hoping that Jarrett Hurd makes a comeback because I always liked him.
Yeah, I like Jarrett.
But his last 6 fights is filled with losses or like controversial wins or a draw. So it's like this is a big deal for him to basically show what he's got, or he's going to be that stepping stone fighter.
Yeah. For
those guys that are 9-0. You know what I'm saying? So then we got Johan Gonzalez, which is 35 fights, 35 wins, 4 losses. And now here's what's good is that he's got 35 wins. Out of those 35 wins, 34 knockouts.
Which is crazy. Which is
a
veteran.
He's crazy. So I think that Jarrett Hurd has got his work cut out for him to not get knocked out.
Gonzalez, he is coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
He is coming off of a loss. To who?
To Giannis.
Giannis Tellez. Everybody has fought each other on this goddamn fight. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then the last fight, Gio Lopez versus Grimardi Machuca.
You got it.
Lopez is undefeated. He's 17-0 with 12 KOs. Machuca's coming off of a loss. I really don't know too much about these fighters, so I can't make a pick. It's going to be one of the first fights of the actual card, so I'm just going to toss a coin on this one.
I agree with you 100%. I saw them. I'm like, all right. I really haven't seen them fight anybody. He's fought this guy. Let's watch what they got.
Let's move on to our next topic, man. Open discussion.
Yeah.
Open discussion. All right, people. Let's talk about it. Dubois and Schofield off this card tonight. Why? Both of them fell ill. Schofield first fell ill last week. Everyone was calling him a little bitch for ducking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, what? Now he has a hospital pictures. He's still a little bitch. But then Danny Dubois gets sick. Is there something in the water?
I don't know.
Habibi curse?
Maybe Dubois and Schofield are coming from the same location.
We need to investigate.
Maybe they went somewhere together.
Maybe food poisoning.
Maybe they got.
I think it's food poisoning. I think they might have gotten food poisoning.
But,
for real.
Dubois is gonna have to. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, you need to fight Parker or
vacate.
Oh no, or fight Usyk. Because that commission could just be like, hey, this is a mandatory. You have to fight either one of these two, or they're gonna be like, fight Usyk.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but we'll see what happens, man. I can't wait to hear more about why these guys got stepped down from the fight. Of course, they say they got sick people think Schofield got poisoned too because his dad posted some next level stuff on Twitter saying they poisoned my son. You know, Shakur's team, Snack, where are you? Why you do this, right? I don't know. We'll see, man. Another in news too. This kind of dropped last week, but a lot of people don't know about this. But Anthony Hopkins, the actor, has landed the role of Cuss D'Amato in a biopic called Cuss and Mike. This film is going to be focused on Cuss adopting Mike after Mike's mom passed, I believe, and how he brought him up to upstate and started training him. I don't know if we'll see any like footage of whoever's going to play Mike be in the ring as a pro, but
or even an amateur, because I believe they got connected when he was in the amateurs.
Yo, man, this is a
could be good.
Anthony Hopkins is a
phenomenal actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and I think he's gonna play Cuss D'Amato very well. Next topic, we're doing shout out to a couple of our viewers on our YouTube channel. First comment is from @Chicago_April. So Madrimov, that went 12 rounds with pound for pound, #1 Bud and champion Adamas, isn't top tier. LOL. I'll be back to remind you it's the DD era, it's the Danny Dubois era comeback tour. Parker got put down 4 times against Big Bang. I'm taking DD. I will tell you this much, my friend. Danny Dubois still would have lost to Joseph Parker, man. If he came up to the ring, he still would have lost, okay? I'm not a Danny Dubois believer at all. He's got to be tested. And if he beats Joseph Parker, then I will tip my hat to you, my friend. @Tobias James, 3179. Madrimov is really athletic, kind of like Lomo with size. Canelo not athletic, and I see that might be the thing. This topic was about Canelo versus Crawford. Now, I think Canelo is super athletic, you know. I'm Team Canelo, been Team Canelo. We've been Team Canelo for a long time. I got a nephew named Canelo. All right? We've been Team Canelo, but I'm Team Bud too. And if I have to pick, it's always going to be Bud.
I think Bud loses against Canelo. But
well, there we go. You want to read the next one?
No, you got it.
All right. @SlickDon1. I lean to Canelo only because of the 2 weight classes. Quote unquote. Really? Him being a 4-division world champion with one of the deepest resumes of all time and Crawford barely beating Madrimov have nothing to do with it? ? Swear, they act like Canelo some stiff idiot as if he isn't beat the likes of Mosley, Cotto, Trout, Lara, Triple G, Jacobs. All right, this guy basically put his whole freaking resume in this comment.
That's why I want to read.
If Crawford had the same career Canelo did, he'd have a lot more than 2 losses. You don't know that, my friend. You do not know that because Bud is the truth, not Errol Spence. Okay? But I do applaud you because I agree Canelo is it. He is the star of our lifetime, of our generation. He is it. I've rooted more times for him than not rooted.
I got Canelo, then Crawford, and they're both great. So
they're both.
I will not be gambling on that.
Yeah, they're both legendary. @MHA Club 1A, best boxing pod out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. J1S, Mr. Jones from our former guest. Ortiz getting stopped. I guess it didn't happen.
Jones was wrong once again.
I was wrong too. All right.
Yeah.
You know this. You know you can't win them all, right? But Vergil Ortiz, he got the W. I had him winning 7 to 5 rounds, so it is what it is.
I was rooting for him, and I had him losing.
Yeah, it was just crazy, right? It was close fight, people. It was super close. All right. I want to thank my team for helping me out today with this watch party. We had raffles. We had people coming in, watching the fight. So I want to introduce them, and as I introduce them, they're going to come and step behind the table. First, Dennis at Showtime the Raptor. Come on down. My man, thank you so much, brother. You can stay right there.
This is good.
All right. Cecilio, a.k.a.
So
Chilo.
we got Chilo, a.k.a. Half Pint, a.k.a. Short Limbs. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. David, a.k.a. Davy Fresh.
A.k.a. Davy Pussyface. Let's go.
And then the last but not least, Alejandro, a.k.a. Alejandro.
Dirt.
Alejandro. Come on down. We have a surprise, people. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. I want you to remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell your mamas, tell your papas, tell your grandpas, tell your grandma, your sister, your brothers, everybody.
To the best podcast in the world. Like, share, subscribe. Later.